I'm Jimmy Holland, and welcome to another edition of A Preacher and His Work. We have so many great gospel preachers across our country and around the world, and this is our way of helping you get to know them just a little bit better. We are broadcasting from Polishing the Pulpit in Sevierville, Tennessee, and this is always a great work to be a part of, a time of fellowship and meeting brothers and sisters from all over the place. And I am truly thankful to have Brother Neal Pollard with us today. Thank you for sitting down with us, Brother Neal.
Happy to be here.
What congregation are you currently working with?
I preach for the Bear Valley Church of Christ in Denver, Colorado.
And how long have you been with Bear Valley?
We just began our 13th year last month.
All right. And total, how long have you been in ministry?
Well, I started preaching in 1987 regularly. Went to school after that and have been preaching full-time since 1992, so
All
26
right.
years.
Well, I appreciate everything that you do out in Colorado and what you do for the kingdom. You do a great work. And what motivated you to go in that direction? What motivated you to get into ministry?
My father went to Freed Hardeman and preached for his living for his entire time. He's still alive. He's retired and still preaches, so he's been preaching for 55 years. And he is a man of such integrity and character. I can't remember that he ever once told me that he wanted me to be a preacher, but he lived that life so well. It was so compelling. I can't remember ever wanting to do anything else but preach. So I think that really was a big push. And then I went to Faulkner University in 1988, and Wendell Winkler was there, and he solidified the passion. He was so practical. He helped us, and that help has really carried out through my preaching life. So I've never had a second guess. It's the greatest work that a man could do, and I love it more now after all this time than I did when I got into it.
Amen. Well, when you look at the community that you work in, when you look at everything that you've seen in your ministry, when you look at the world, and if there was just one message that you could share with the world based on your experience, what would that one message be?
Well, I think as our culture has shifted so rapidly and so dramatically, and being in Denver, which is not the Bible Belt, it's a much more secular place, and I found that people are searching. They're looking in these other places. They're looking for spirituality, and they're not finding it. I think that the message that we have is one that they're much more open to than we think. And it sounds, in our postmodern pluralistic society, it sounds like it wouldn't be a message that would resonate. But John 14:6, Jesus says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but by me." It's absolute, it's objective, but people are finding that they're not getting the answers other places. And so that's a message that, with all that encompasses that we need to be preaching, and that's what I would seek to do, as Paul did, in whatever way we could do it. You know, if it's Mars Hill or Pentecost, that message is the one that's most important I would want to preach.
Well, you know, Paul said in Romans 1:16, the gospel is the power of God unto salvation. It's as powerful today as it's ever been.
That's right.
I appreciate you being with us. I appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
I appreciate you being with us, and I look forward to being with you next time on A Preacher and His Work.
To God be the glory, great things. The preceding program was a production of the Fort Payne Church of Christ TV studio located in Fort Payne, Alabama.